Good afternoon and welcome to today's post-market analysis video. Today is Wednesday, the 18th of February 2015, and of course today is Options Expiration Wednesday. So Whipsaw Wednesday, it really wasn't as volatile as I thought it would be, but I guess based on what I said in the morning, it did more or less follow what we typically see on an options expiration Wednesday. In the morning, the markets gapped down, but we had a very formidable move higher, and we came into this area right here from yesterday. And so that was resistance enough, and that was the 209.87 area. So if you scalped that level, congratulations. I did as well. And then after that, of course, that being a reversal, of resistance, we then reversed a little bit, came into this area right here, and again I call this a high traffic area because this is where previously we had a lot of transactions going on, and bounced off of that, and then just basically traded sideways and was very quiet. And again, most of this was just people waiting on the FOMC to see what the Fed is going to say. And again, this is a bit silly because we already know that, what they said is what they said, and so that's just going to come out in those minutes. But either way, you have to go with the flow in the market, and if that's what we had, that's what we had. And then based on that, we had at 2 p.m. exactly, we had a pop, and as is usually the case, we had a pop and a flop, and then we reversed higher. And notice all this choppiness, and essentially when you add it all up, we were barely positive. We had a quiet day, but again, don't rule out volatility tomorrow. And I think that the market by Friday will have done one or the other. In other words, it's going to go to extremes, even higher, or it's going to have a solid sell-off day. And the reason, again, options expiration, so there's a magic number where the markets are going to find the best profits, and therefore that is what we're anticipating. It's just that you and I, being retail traders, we don't know where that magic number is. So for now, it looks like that magic number on the SPY is the 210 number, and so if options are going to expire, it would be wise to get above 210 and 1 cent. And notice how in options expiration we rarely, or not, I should not say rarely, but oftentimes we don't tag certain levels. So we had this area right here as resistance, which is around that 210.32. We came within it, then we came back, and if you were trying to scalp this, unfortunately your level just didn't get tagged. If I look at some other things, I haven't looked at those for the videos, but let's look at the Dow, what the Dow is doing intraday. Again, same thing. We had that little bit of a gap down, then we sort of traded sideways. But notice how here we did get into the level, so here you could have scalped for a short trade. So this is what you should be doing when you're trying to scalp. Sometimes your levels don't get hit, but there's always going to be something else that you can try. And so if the SPY didn't tag the resistance level, you could have then used the DIA to trade. Now if I go to the daily, again I stand by what I said before, and that is that markets are extremely overbought, and they have been in this area. And again, what I do is I use both the stochastics and the CCI to confirm, and per my methods, they have been in overbought territory since the 11th. And so what I have been doing is slowly accumulating some positions. I have picked up a little bit of the SPY shorts, just a small position, not much. Then yesterday I picked up a little bit of the VXX, which I sold today. Just wanted to be safe. But what I'm going to do actually, and I have an order out that's going to get filled in the after hours. I'm going to pick up some more VXX because in after hours it went down a little bit and it's holding those low levels. And I think I'm going to hold on to the VXX. Again, small position with VXX. You don't want to hold it too long. But I think I can give it up to a week or so and then see what happens. And I think potentially tomorrow might be a sell-off day. Again, just based on this overbought condition. You just never know when we're going to have that pullback day. So it could happen tomorrow. Friday. Now again, Friday and options expiration is a little bit of a tricky day, but I don't really anticipate much going into Friday. At least by Friday morning, the market is going to determine on what side of the price targets it wants to close. But that's what I'm anticipating. So I've picked up a little bit of VXX. I'm about to pick some more momentarily in a few minutes. Actually, on my order, it just got filled, so there you go. I picked up some more VXX at these low levels, and let me see where the VXX is trading right now. So again, this is in after hours. I'm making this video late. So again, the VXX has been trading at these lower levels, and so I have kind of picked up a little bit here. I've been taking this opportunity. Hopefully it's the right one, and if it isn't, I get stopped out. But either way, the markets are extremely overbought, and therefore I'm anticipating some sort of pullback. So again, take it slowly, be patient. The markets are still trading at these all-time highs, and it seems that they still want to continue to be putting in all-time highs. So and that's why I didn't rush in on Friday, because it just seemed like this week was going to be, even though it was an options X week, it was still going to be a low volume week. So if you go back to the SPY and you look at the daily, and again, pardon my mess here. Again, the idea here being, yes, we are in options expiration week, but at the same time we are trading on low volume, and so today we sort of saw something of a muted whipsaw Wednesday, again because of volume. It's more becoming of a dead week. But then again, with options X, you have to be prepared for anything. Just because today was a semi-quiet day does not mean that tomorrow won't be volatile. And so what I'm seeing is the market is overbought, and therefore I'm anticipating some sort of move to the downside. And I have picked up a little bit of VIX, the VXX, and again, not a full position. I have dipped a little bit into the SPY. I have about half of the VXX that I usually swing trade, and then tomorrow and Friday, based on what I'm seeing, I might be adding on more. Again, the idea here is that we're trading at all-time highs, and you just never know how much higher it's going to go. So anything that I have as far as predicting a top is about Fibonacci projections, and there's nothing else that I can really use, right? Yes, I can use maybe some candles that are going to signal a top, but again, until they occur, I'm not going to have anything that I can use as far as tools. And so what I'm doing is picking up a little bit, and I'm still having money that I'm willing to put in case we have another move higher in the next 2 days or so.